You just tuned it in. Global and worldwide. Hitting you on the one with no delay. Because it's the fighter's voice. The fighter's voice. With your fighting host, Richard Ortiz. And the formidable co-host, Mr. Cole Escovedo. Remember, every fighter has a voice.
Fresno, California, we're live. Matt Production Studios in Fresno, California. The Fighter's Voice Knockout Radio Show is back. We're back with a vengeance. We're back to take over. The takeover is here because we're simply knocking out the competition. We got a great show for you today. We got a recap on last Saturday's 559 fights. It was a success. It was awesome. And if you were not there, you needed to be there. Next time you get a ticket, hit up Jeremy Luchau, hit up Joey Perez, or the matchmaker Mike Moreno, and I believe, what's the other guy? Antoine Wood. Wood or Hood? Something like that. Someone in the hood, or if you want to, make some stuff out of wood, either or, it's okay. But you know exactly what I'm talking about. 559 Fights was a blast. It was a great success. And we're going to be uploading some pictures soon. And on tomorrow's show, we have Enoch, the winner of the 559 featherweight belt. And then we also have live calling from New York City, Andy Reese, who'll be taking on Anthony Joshua for the heavyweight championship of the world. We're also trying to get his manager Henry on for a phone call, but we know that media day and all those things they have to do as prize fighters, they got to, cross every T, dot every I, and there's obligations is the word that I'm looking for. But enough said, we got a great show for you today. We're going to be talking about UFC news. We're going to be talking about boxing news. We're going to be talking about Top Rank. We're going to be talking about Golden Boy, UFC, Bellator, but most of all, we're going to be talking about 559 Fights, and we're going to be promoting a show that's coming up. One of our participants from Madero Martial Arts, Chris Arias, who's the owner, founder, and trainer of the gym, he's going to let us know and inform us all. Let us all know when we can buy tickets and go support him. But enough said. I got with me in studio the trainer, the CEO, the founder, the beginning, the end, the last, the one and only Mr. Chris Arias, and one of his pupils, one of his combatants who was very successful last Saturday, Mr. Mask. When they gave me the name, they gave me Musk, man, but it's Kyle Mask. What's up, Kyle?
How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Chris, how we doing, my man?
Great.
I saw the name earlier, Chris, right? And I was thinking, okay, are you participating too? Because you did participate before, about a week before, rather, or was it?
Oh, 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
You and also Jose?
Yeah, Jose Barraza.
Yeah, you know what? Let's jump right to it, man. Let's talk about your gym and what exactly that you offer. I mean, your combatants, your trainees, as I would want to say, because you're not just a trainer and an owner, right? I mean, you get in there and mix it up.
Yeah, I believe you should lead from the front. So I'm always preaching, guys, got to get out there, got to compete. And I just felt the Fight to Win a couple weeks ago was a great opportunity for me to go out there. Yeah. I haven't competed in a very, very long time, so I just felt like that was a good platform for me to do it. Unfortunately, I lost the decision, but it is what it is. Sometimes you go out there.
But you gained a lesson, man. I really don't call those losses. Those are lessons. And see, I do want to say this, because not every owner, not every head trainer of gyms will get in there and mix it up.
Right.
I mean, either injury or they just choose not to. For whatever it is, it's they have their reasons. But for you to do that, to get out there and get nitty gritty, dirty, I mean, you can't help but respect that, man. And when I noticed the first time in the fairgrounds you were competing, I didn't even know.
Right.
I mean, that's a story we lost. We could have had, a little story there, but now I know.
Yeah. That was a long time ago.
So what do you prefer, training, stepping on the mat yourself, or just running the gym?
Running the gym is a headache, but I love getting in there, training with guys like
you.
Kyle.
Look a little trimmer, by the way, too. I noticed that Saturday.
Yeah, I lost. I had to lose a lot of weight to compete, but I mean, that was another reason for me wanting.
Well,
to
maybe
compete.
if I go to your gym and if I compete, you think I can shred down?
You're
a little
already
bit?
buff, man.
No. I'm far from that, bro. Too many carne asada around here, man.
Actually, I invited you many times.
Well, I need to get in there. You see this little knee brace? I don't like to show everybody my Achilles heel, but
You're
we
fine.
can get down. Okay,
You're fine.
I'm going to have to take you up on that. I'm actually 10 minutes away.
Yeah,
you know where
right
I live.
there, yeah,
I'm going to have to get in there.
Yeah, it's fun times.
Yeah, but let's talk about Mr. Mask here, man. I mean, that was your debut, correct?
I did a grappling X tournament about a month ago.
Oh, okay.
But it was my first time stepping inside the cage.
Oh, okay, because I introduced you as your debut. That's what I had down.
Yeah.
But actually, I introduced you as your last name, Musk, because that's the name they gave me.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll blame Jeremy on that. Jeremy Luchau, president, owner of 559 fights.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got to give Jeremy and Mike Moreno and the whole 559 fights a big shout out, because I was really excited for them when Mike came up to me and asked me if I had any guys to do grappling inside the cage. I was like, what? I mean, I've seen it before. Yeah. But it was just like an emergency type of thing. If fights fell out. Yeah,
exactly.
But for them to actually like start promoting it and start doing it, I thought that
we had Jeremy on the show, I say about maybe 4 months ago, maybe 5, and he talked about opening up his horizon, so to speak, not just keeping it one-dimensional. And opening it up to grappling, and you can tell there is a crowd and there is an audience for grappling.
Oh yeah, we had I had 2 guys compete, and I think alone I don't think it was much, but can you just imagine how big it would get? I mean, if you just look at the grappling community in the Central Valley, how much potential there is there. I mean, it for me, I thought it was really. I think a lot of the crowd was a grappling crowd.
Yeah. Well, let's talk to the participant himself, man. I mean, because the guy you went in with, he looked pretty seasoned. He looked like a full-grown man.
He was 16 years older than me, so yeah.
You can say he's had some experience on you, but you held your own, man.
Yeah, got the decision victory. Was able to grind it out.
Yeah, and even when he was on top, you were very composed, man.
Yeah, I didn't feel in danger. You know, I felt comfortable.
Yeah.
I just didn't feel in danger.
How long you been competing, man?
I've been wrestling since I was 13.
Oh, okay. So going on the mat, that's nothing new to you.
Yeah, it's nothing new.
How about the gi? Did you have to get used to that?
Yeah, the gi
works for you, works against you.
Yeah, it's when I first started about 6 months ago. I learned very quickly it's very, very different with the gi. You know, getting choked.
Oh, okay. Wait, hold on. So you barely started 6 months ago wearing the gi?
Jiu-jitsu, yeah.
Oh man, I'm talking to a pup right here, and he was successful, man. And you. Yeah, dude had a couple stripes on his belt, you know?
Yeah.
It was all good, though.
I got a stripe, too. So.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Shoot. Stripes or strikes? You know what I mean? Stripes. Yeah, there we go, man.
But to me, it's like the stripe doesn't mean really mean anything. But I've only been with the gi for like 6 months.
Yeah.
At first, I was just doing it for a workout.
Yeah.
And kind of got more into it. Didn't like losing, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a competitor.
What was your walkout song, man? I don't remember.
Don't Stop the Rock by Freestyle.
Oh, okay, yeah, because hey, man, you know what? That dictates the whole pace right there, man. Unfortunately for the main event, I mean, some of the music got stuck or something, man, so we had to make that work. Enoch, he took that 559 bout, which he'll be on the show tomorrow. So that was your jam, huh? What makes you decide, when you compete, what makes you decide what song to bring, man?
Well, that's
the energy level or something you're used to, or
that song specifically. That was my walkout song for wrestling, and just helps me loosen up a little bit. You know, it's like a technique.
How old are you, man?
22.
Oh man, you're a puppy, man. Yeah. You're young, man. Big boy too. How much you weigh?
Right now, about 220, 225.
Oh yeah, I'll probably roll with you then, homeboy. We can get down, right?
Yeah.
Chris already going, nah, you don't want to see this right here, man. I can see this now. The fighter's voice won't be on Wednesday due to a armbar in the second round. I'll blame Chris, man.
Well, I wouldn't do that. It's not proper etiquette.
No, all right, I'm giving you a hard time, man.
Yeah.
It's all good, man, but I am going to have to take Chris on that offer, man.
Yeah, come through, man.
We'll go when everybody leaves, though. You know what I mean? Put your cell phones away. Don't be holding up the cell phone when I take that, Matt. What do I need to bring, Chris, to get over there?
Just water.
Just water?
Water, shorts, and a good attitude.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I think I have that. Yeah. I mean, you know, yeah, I do.
We're a small little family in there, man. We rag on each other day in, day out.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day,
that's what I was going to ask you. Tell us about the whole gym atmosphere, everything there.
Like I said, we have a lot of fun in there. We have a small group of guys. Our kids program. We're just like a small little tight family in there. I mean, we all get along.
And we're based where?
Madera, California.
Madera, California.
Yeah. Heart of California.
The heart of California. Actually, the original 209.
Right.
A lot of people don't want to hear that, but the original 209.
Right.
That's back in the day. Remember that?
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to claim it back or anything, so I don't need no beef or anything. But no, I mean, yeah. Now we're 559, and how many students do you have?
Oh man, I don't even know. Roughly, like I said, we're small. Like probably with kids in total, probably like 70, 80. Not too much. Compared to some of the gyms out there, I mean, I feel like we're small. But
yeah, and that's your area, or don't you collaborate with somebody else?
Oh, we're affiliated with Pacific Martial Arts out of here in Fresno.
Okay.
Our jiu-jitsu program's under there. Our head instructor, our black belt in Madeira, it's Troy.
Okay.
We're under Matt Smith. It's a great school. Really, really glad that we're part of that program.
So tell us about what you got coming up. You said something earlier off camera about a show coming up. Is that next week, in 2 weeks? Where's it at? And what's your position in that?
I don't know. I don't know if you know him, Mason Flowers.
Mason Flowers. Flowers sounds familiar.
Fowler.
Oh, Fowlers?
Fowler.
Whoa, we got some feedback there, man. Okay.
He's an old buddy of mine. Guy used to beat me up a long time ago.
There you go.
We always chit-chatted back and forth on Instagram, like congratulations type of thing.
Yeah.
But once I just had the idea, I hit him up to do a seminar at my place. And
okay, yes. I know exactly who you're talking about now. Yeah, he conducted a seminar at your place, too.
Well, he's going to do a seminar.
Oh, another one.
He's going to do a seminar June 29th.
June 29th.
Yeah. It's really cheap, so it's open to the public.
What's the time frame?
From kids are 10 o'clock to 11, and then 11 to 1.
Oh, June 29th. Okay,
June
I'm thinking
29th,
May. We're
yeah.
in May. Okay, June 29th.
June 29th this
Okay.
month.
Have to go get some content there. We'll take KP down there and maybe get some sound bites with some of the kids and see what we can do, man. I got to take care of my own backyard, man.
Yeah, it's right there.
I mean, if I can't make it, it's because the Fighter's Voice, we're covering something else,
Right,
man.
right,
I mean,
right.
and the whole thing is that's our motto. That's where we take pride in. There's a lot of different outlets out there, or they want to claim to be, but at the end of the day, man, where's your content at, man? Are you who you say you are?
Right. I mean, every time I look at you on YouTube or Facebook, you're always out at the events, actually putting mics in people's faces, where a lot of guys just stay behind the camera in their studios, which I respect that you do.
Oh, well, thanks, man. I go as far as my budget will take me, man. So since we're talking about that, I want to say what's up to Miles Harris, one of the knockout attorneys in Fresno, California. Also, Dr. Batista, Dr. Guzman, we're going to be doing some business together. I appreciate that, and because of you, I'm going to be able to further out even further than what I'm going in this area, out of the 559, out of the 209. And yeah, man, these sponsors come through, man. I mean, Bobby Salazar Salsa, I'm going to keep it real, man. I mean, I need more than some salsa to put in my gas tank, you know what I mean? I'm going to keep it real, right?
Right.
But no, they cut a check every now and then, kind of helps through. But we keep it real on the show, and we don't go out there looking for them, and maybe we should. I mean, because we cover as much as our budget allows us to, but I'm not going to let that stop us, man. We're going to continue to go out there and show where we need to. The last time we went to LA, we were covering Lomachenko with Top Rank Boxing. It's a very humbling experience there.
I can imagine.
It is, but you know what? I learned so much there. Rejection becomes motivation, and you learn so much there. I mean, when we come to Fresno, we got full access, and my man, they didn't even let him to the floor because of certain seats in certain areas, but that didn't stop us, man. We smashed that press conference, and we did what we had to do, and when I say that, I say it with pride. I'm not boasting, but, you already know, you got to go get it when you're on the mat, and, as a competitor, he was 15 years older than you, I'm sure he had some experience over you, but you didn't care. You won in overtime, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's going on right here, man. We're going to take a commercial break in a little while, and when we come back, we're going to talk. I'm going to get your take on some UFC fights that have been named, man. I want the whole breakdown, and I want to talk about you, and I know you want to explore more than just the grappling part, so don't answer that just yet. I want to see you in the cage, and you're going to see that let those hands go, or what was going on, because a lot of people are asking me about that. I said, I don't know. I don't have that answer, but I'm going to make sure I ask them on the show. And Enoch, he also came from a wrestling pedigree as well. Are you familiar with Enoch?
I added on Facebook today, so I don't know him too well, but I know who he is, and I know he's the 559 champ right now.
It's funny because one of your relatives, he got a hold of me, and he said, hey, Rich, you got to get a hold of this cat. But I was already in the process of doing that. That's why I said my answer was, yeah, let's make this happen. Yeah. Because I wanted to make sure we got some people from Madeira on the show, man. Because I get a lot of people from different areas, but I don't want to forget my own backyard, man. And because I can't always do things for my own backyard, but when I can, the door's always open, the mic's always on, and we make it happen, man. Regardless, we're gonna make it happen. And when I sign with Fox, PVC, or Golden Boy, or whoever it is, we're still gonna make time for our backyard. And yes, we are negotiating, so it's okay, Watch us, support us, and be a part of us. We're going to take a commercial break. We're coming right back here. The Fighter's Voice Knockout Radio Show. We're simply knocking out the competition. If you're not here, you probably got knocked out. We'll be coming right back.
I'm Bob Arum, and I'm with the Fighter's Voice.
My name is Andre Ward.
Knocking out the competition.
Fighter's Voice!
The Fighter's Voice.
Hi, I'm Jose Ramirez.
I'm Bob Arum.
Hi, I'm Robert Garcia, and I'm with the Fighter's Voice.
The only radio show knocking out the competition. Fighter's Voice Radio Show.
Hey, Richard Ortiz, your host of the Fighter's Voice Knockout Radio Show. We're back here live in Fresno, California. Thanks to all the subscribers, all the viewers, and those that have subscribed to www.youtube.com/The Fighter's Voice, the only voice that matters. Now, let's talk about this, man. Pettis and Diaz, man. What's your whole take on that? Because those are two of my favorite fighters, but I know who I'm sticking with. So I'm going to ask you first, Coach.
This is I have to flip a coin on this one. Pettis has looked good these last couple of fights.
Someone else said the same thing today when I talked to him.
Yeah, and then Diaz is always dangerous, but he has a long layoff. Some people don't believe in the ring rust, but, I mean, I probably have to go to
Dominic Cruz. You don't know what ring rust means.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But just if I have to pick someone, I would pick Pettis. But I mean, don't hate me, Diaz fans.
Okay. And how about you, my man?
I'm a huge Nate Diaz fan, him and Nick, but he hasn't competed in a few years, and he's kind of hoping for that McGregor third fight, I feel like. And Pettis has been active lately. You know, he's had huge victories. His last fight, he knocked out Wonderboy Thompson. No one does that.
Yeah, I was surprised with that.
You know, but at the same time, you know, you don't know what Nate Diaz you're gonna get. You know, you can get Nate Diaz that straight comes in there and kills you in the first round, or just a disappointing. Someone's gonna take him down and just lay on him for 5 rounds. You know, but Anthony Pettis isn't that type of fighter. I think we're gonna see 2 guys stand in the ring, a straight up boxing match. You know.
So who's your take? Who do you got on that?
I'm gonna have to go with Diaz. If it stays a boxing match, I'm gonna have to go with Diaz.
Diaz, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, well, check this out, bro. I like Anthony Pettis. I mean, ever since that jump off the cage with Henderson and everything, being able to fluctuate in weights, go up, come down, reinvent himself. He has been hot. He has been active.
Yeah.
But as far as the layoff, the Diaz brothers, they really don't know what that means.
Yeah.
I mean, because we're talking about people that absolutely in great shape and condition. I know they put a certain thing in their mouth and smoke comes out, but until it really hurts them, I like to say that just kind of helps make the aches go away. But they're always competing. They're always ready. That is going to be a great fight, and I got to stay with the 209 on this one. I got to go with Diaz on this one by submission, that he catches them. And just, I say like late in the 3rd round, man, because of that stamina that he has, and that's just that pedigree.
Yeah, and Diaz he's bigger than Pettis.
Diaz is a big boy. I saw him in Las Vegas, and I was surprised how tall he was and just how filled out he was. He was there walking around on the Conor McGregor Floyd Mayweather fight. But he was just walking around. Black shirt. He had his crew. They were there. Jeans and black shirts, man.
I think that'll play factor too. I think Pettis is Diaz is bigger body. You know, Pettis is going to have to make up for a lot.
What weight are they? That's at 155s? No, 170s.
170.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
those are big boys.
Yeah, those are 2 big boys. Actually, Kilo the Kid from Stockton, California, actually spars with them, does some of his stand-up, and they kind of help each other prepare for them fights. For a quick plug with Kilo Madera, Kilo the Kid, top-ranked fighter.
I never heard of him.
Okay, well, I mean, because that's in the boxing world.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So let's talk about, you competing, in grappling. I want to ask the question, are we ever going to see you just put the gloves on and just, full-fledged?
Maybe in a year or 2.
Okay.
Like I said, I've only been training seriously, like 7 days a week for about 5 months.
Okay, is that because you knew you had a fight coming up, or you just took the fight when you were in training?
Well, I was training for a tournament for grappling, and I kind of like after that tournament, I was like kind of like still ready for more. You know, the tournament was.
What was your assessment? When did you come up to him, Chris, and say, you know what? Hey, you can do this. You're ready.
I don't really approach a lot of the guys there to compete unless I feel like they're ready.
Yeah.
I think he really, in practice, he's always grinding. He's always there. Him and his two other friends, Dean and Isidro, they're always there grinding with us. And guys that I see in the gym all the time, I hit them up like, hey, you should do this. Hey, you should do that. Hey, like, I think you're ready for this. Or
okay. So you don't approach them as far as competing, but you that next level of training.
Yeah. Like,
okay.
I don't think we ever say there's like a training camp type of thing. We're just always grinding in there. We're always grappling. We're always sparring. We're always somebody in that gym always has something going on. So
you're always fight ready.
Yeah, we try to be as much as we can, and like I said, we have like so many different people in there that have so many. Like one guy may have
because you're the coach, you're the head trainer there, and along that comes with responsibility.
Right.
When do you say, you know what, that's not a good fight for you, or you know what, let's pass on this one?
Tell you
how do you tell a fighter says, Coach, I'm ready, let's go do this, and you can see he has that. He's ready to go.
It's very rare. It's very rare in our gym because if they've been there for long enough, they know that they're not going to, if they come up to me, they're not going to get anything out of it because mentally I already know that you're like, what are your reasonings behind it? I got taught a valuable lesson by, I'm going to name drop him right now, Isaac De Jesus, because I did that. Like, hey, coach, put me in. And he's like, dude, you're not, like, relax, pump the brakes. And
is that what he told you?
No, yeah, basically, and I wanted it. I wanted that, and he kind of like slow your ass down type of thing.
Yeah.
And it kind of now I see now that I'm in the position, I kind of see why he.
He was a monster in his heyday. He was a monster.
Yeah.
He was a beast.
Yeah.
Speed, agility, he had everything, man.
Yeah, knockout power.
Yeah, he did, man. He's in the Sacramento area now or Stockton?
I think he's up in Stockton.
Stockton?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing okay, yeah?
Yeah.
I haven't heard from him in a while.
Yeah, I texted him a couple weeks back, just see how he was doing.
Okay, everything's good, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, shoot, you got to invite him down to your gym, man, have him coach with you, man. Flip the whole script, because he was doing it in Madera, too, for a while.
Yeah, that's where I started. That's where I started. That's
talking about Madera, I don't mean to interrupt you here. There's been a big name that's actually back in Madera, man. What's your whole take? I spoke to him briefly, and we can stay on the conversation respectfully, maybe about a minute or two. I'll let him speak for himself. But what's your whole take on Big LeVar Johnson wanting to lace him up and doing it again?
He's a great guy. I think there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, you might as it's what he does. Is this God-given talent, like
to knock people out?
Yeah,
not knock them down. Out.
You can't teach fist size, No,
man. His pedigree's a little different too.
Yeah, he's cut from a different cloth.
He's have what you call world-class, ridiculous power.
Yeah. One time I walked when I first saw LeVar, man. I walked into the gym and this guy was hitting pads. I was just like, whoa. There's no way I would want. I gotta find something for him, man. Because I was talking to him about maybe 2 weeks ago, and he goes, "Hey, man, I need to roll with you, man." I said, "Okay, I'll get you a shirt that says I'm with the Fighter's Voice." He goes, "No, homie, I'm gonna put a suit on. I need to grab the mic. I need to do something." And I said, "Okay, well, I'll have you talk to KP, man. Maybe we'll put you in one of his movies or something. Play a bodyguard or something, or, a superhero, or, a bad guy or something." Because he has that look, has a mystique when he walks in. He does.
He's a big boy. Hey, LeVar, I'm rooting for you, man. I know you got like 3 home run fights left in you, man. And we need to talk. We need to set up that interview like we talked about, that one-on-one. But no, he's doing good, man. It's good to see him doing well again. I just wanted your take as a coach to see exactly what his limitations are, or what can he excel at.
As far as that, I mean, I don't know. I don't know him like that, but I mean, he's always welcome to come into my place and use the bags and do whatever he wants there. But as far as that, I haven't talked to that guy in like years.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, he seems to be in good spirits and good shape too. I've always questioned the guy. Oh, I should have told you about that because I don't do any free plugs, man. That's why I take my water off right here. But yeah, I'm gonna be rooting for him. We're probably gonna sit down. We got to work some things out, some business things, and I think he still has a lot to offer in the sport.
So do I.
And make a name for himself, man. And speaking of making a name for ourselves, man, we're gonna be coming right back, man. I'm gonna get these guys' takes, even though they're into MMA. I want to see their take on some boxing, a big boxing event coming up this Saturday in the heavyweight division. Hey, I'm Rich Ortiz. I'm your host with the most of the Fighter's Voice Knockout Radio Show. Send your questions, send your opinions, and send your hate mail, send your happy mail. It doesn't matter. We can all mail together and smile as one. We'll be coming right back with the Fighter's Voice Knockout Radio Show.
I'm Bob Arum, and I'm with the Fighter's Voice.
My name is Andre Ward.
Knocking out the competition.
Fighter's Voice!
The Fighter's Voice.
Hi, I'm Jose Ramirez.
I'm Bob Arum.
Hi, I'm Robert Garcia, and I'm with the Fighter's Voice.
The only radio show knocking out the competition. Fighter's Voice Radio Show.
Hey, Rich Ortiz here, and we're back here, Fresno, California, live, the Fighter's Voice, the only voice that matters knockout radio show. It's good to be back. It's good to be giving you, the family, the viewers, the fans, everything there is about martial arts, man, MMA and boxing, and just going one-on-one with these guests right here. It doesn't always have to be about MMA and boxing. When we have a guest on the show, I'm going to pull something out of them. That way you, the fans, get to know, hey, they're just as human as you are. They like music, and they hate onions, and they hate country music like I do, so I know I'm going to get a lot of hate mail. I can't stand country music, man. Serious, I can't, man.
Nope.
Let's talk about that. I don't know. I'm going to get it off my chest. I cannot stand country music. I almost got in an argument, man, but it's not worth it. But I do like the soundtrack to Urban Cowboy. Probably lost 10 followers right now. No, I do.
I'm the same way.
No, I'm serious, man. I'd rather eat onions and mayonnaise, and I can't stand onions and mayonnaise, but I'll take onion rings. I can't figure that one out, man.
I'm the same way. I hate onions.
Oh, you hate onions?
I hate them.
Hey, is this a tall tale? I was told in wrestling that sometimes you can chew on garlic so you can breathe on your opponent. Is that a myth or what? Does that really work?
Ask this guy.
I've never heard of anyone doing that.
How about the cutting weight with the chewing gum?
That's true.
Okay,
Well,
okay. I'll leave the secrets alone.
You know, you won't lose a lot of weight. It's just
Water weight?
It's just going to be water weight, and not a lot. It'll be maybe a quarter pound at most.
Yeah.
Not a lot.
I'm going to pick your brains a little bit and take you guys out of your element. This Saturday, okay, we got Andy Reese Jr. He's competing for the heavyweight championship of the world against Anthony Joshua, who is a beast, who is a specimen. He looks like Evander Holyfield and like a young Muhammad Ali. I mean, just shredded. But the tenacity that Andy Reese has, the speed and agility, he makes this fight very interesting. I don't know if you follow your boxing or not, but if he wins, he'll be the first Mexican-American ever to win the heavyweight title. Now,
The first?
the first.
Oh, wow.
We never had a Mexican heavyweight champion. When I say we, because, yeah, I am Mexican. Yeah. And we had Cain Velasquez in mixed martial arts. Other than that, no. Yeah. I mean, we've had one compete before, fight for the title. We've had, actually, Andy Reese fought for a bout before. And before that, we had, Chris Arreola fight for the bout. He fought one of the Klitschko brothers. Before that, nothing really comes to mind. I'll stand corrected if I need to, but right now I don't need to. So what's your take on that, man? Are you guys been watching? Do you ever watch other sports besides what you compete in? Or do you stick to what you know?
I watch a little boxing.
So who do you like in boxing?
I like Anthony Joshua. I watch him.
He's a monster, huh?
I'm a Pacquiao fan. I'm Filipino, kind of have to cheer for Pacquiao. You know?
Oh, okay. I can see a little bit in you.
But honestly, I think Andy Reese was just thrown in there because Anthony Joshua needed an opponent.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he has a puncher's chance, obviously, but I don't think they're on the same level. You know.
Okay. Well, let me just throw this at you right now. Conor McGregor needed an opponent, and they just threw in Diaz. Remember that?
Yeah, that's. Well, yeah, I understand. Diaz, that was a different weight class.
Diaz was partying.
Yeah.
He was literally partying and said, okay, let me take this last shot and then I'm good to go. He actually told, I don't know if it's tall tale or not, he said, Dana, hold on a second. Took the last shot, ringed it out, and just said, yeah, I'll take the fight.
Yeah, I've heard
So
that
a lot can
story,
happen.
Yeah, a lot can happen, but Diaz is a larger opponent than McGregor.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just giving you a hard time.
He didn't need to do.
Anthony Joshua is a specimen. He is a beast. Yes, that is true. They needed an opponent for whatever reason. One of the opponents, he failed the drug test. He failed not once but a couple times. So it was time to move it aside. It was offered to Ortiz. Apparently the weight or not enough time, and they can't say the purse because the purse was very, very exclusive. Yeah. And I don't understand why people turn down a shot at the heavyweight championship of the world, because there is no guarantee you'll see tomorrow, and there is no guarantee you will get another opportunity.
Yeah, and isn't it also Joshua's USA debut?
Yes, sir, in the Big Apple.
You know, that could play a factor as well. You know, what you're talking about, fighter coming in on short notice compared to Diaz. But
a lot of times, though, Richard, in boxing, though, I think coaches hold back a lot more than they do in other combat sports, because in boxing, you get 1-2 losses and you're done.
Yeah, and unfortunately, yes. I mean, you got to start. That takes one loss, you're set back for 2 years.
Right.
Unless you're a champion and you get a rematch. That I know, and that's happened to a lot of our local fighters. They were raised, getting up to that next level.
And then they lose one fight, and then they have to work. I mean, they have to play catch up.
I'll give you my reason why. What do you think that reason is when these young fighters, when they lose? And knowing that they could have won.
I think I see it a lot. I mean, they get once the spotlight hits and everything comes, they start getting distracted. And I don't think I'm not saying that they're not grinding and they're not doing what they're supposed to. Yeah. I just think mentally, a lot of times they lose focus. That's just what I see.
I think they're too busy looking at their face on the poster and wanting to know how much money do we make selling my shirts.
Right.
And that's the reality of it, because I've been shoulder to shoulder with that. And listen, Triple G and Canelo, they got a different pedigree. And they did everything that was necessary by not being given everything up hand. You think Canelo came out when he first started giving out shirts and his name on a poster? Heck no, bro. He worked his way. Triple G, bro, they didn't even know who he was until he hit the States, man. Right. I mean, so these guys, they worked real hard to get where they're at. And our fighters right here are very, very talented. And a lot of times they just get caught up like everybody else in social media, and they start to believe the hype.
Right.
And a lot of our fighters are very, very talented, man. Very, very talented.
The Central Valley is very talented.
Oh, it is. There's one fighter, I'm always on his butt, man. I'm always on him. I'm always making sure he stays focused, man, and he's doing a good job, man. I'm going to give a shout-out to Isidro Ochoa, who's my favorite boxer. Isidro Ochoa, class act. He signed with Top Rank. And, guy's just... He's a coach's dream, man, I would say that. And a fan favorite. I get caught up sometimes, but no, he's a good guy. Good, and you know what? Okay, and I got a lot of great fighters that I follow. I'll go with the Gabriel Flores Jr. I like to watch, of course, Jose Ramirez is probably my top fighter right now, and along with Triple G. I used to be a fan of Valdivia. I mean, he was always put on a good show, man. And I like the tenacity of Kilo Madera. He really don't care who he fights, any time, any place, anywhere. But I like to see him move his head a little more.
I think I've seen Kilo before. Real skinny kid, right?
Yeah. He kind of. I thought he would end up at a light heavyweight, but he seems to stay at the middleweight.
Does he have a brother?
Middleweight.
He has a brother.
He has a brother that's a monster, Hector Madera.
I know.
They're
from Stockton.
Yeah, they're from Stockton.
Okay.
Yeah. They got that little different push in them, man.
Yeah, they're little beasts.
Yeah. But no, I mean, there's a lot of talent here, man. And if I probably miss one, I'm probably going to hear about it right now. But no, man. I mean, and then there's a bunch of hopefuls, man, and should have, would have, and could have, man. I mean, it is what it is. But I don't know how I got talking about that stuff. I just wanted your assessment on why our young fighters lose, and knowing that they were in the fight. I agree with you. Lack of focus. They get distracted, and they're human on that part. And I made the statement today. I was talking to my buddy Rel today. And I said, there's a difference between a pro, because you can say, hey, I'm pro. There's a difference between a pro and a professional. A professional act as such, carry yourself as such, make weight when you need to. Don't react, because the public wants a reaction. They want to pull out the part that you're human. I mean, and that's a true professional. I was talking to Hector Macho Camacho Jr. today, who was offered a fight in, I want to say Sweden. No, not Sweden, Netherlands. One of them places, man. But anyways, he was also countered offered by Christian Printup, put something together, and I don't want to give too much details because he hasn't decided which way he's going to go just yet, man. But I mean, we're talking about a legendary name who's still getting phone calls, man.
That's crazy.
I mean, it is crazy. It is crazy, and that's just the reality of the sport. So, what do you hope to leave, man? I mean, as far as, a legacy here.
I just want to help as much as people as I can.
And you have been. I'm watching that.
Yeah, that's all it is. I mean, I just want what the sport did for me as far as helping me, get me out of a bad place. I just want to do the same thing for other people. I get told all the time, what I'm doing is great, but the thing is, it's just like I just want to keep going, keep growing, keep pushing. I just don't want to. I don't want to quit. I can't get enough. I saw a big need for the Central Valley. I see the. I'm going to start promoting points kickboxing.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. We're going to talk about that. And actually, I want to talk more about it when we come back from commercial. We got like maybe 30 seconds, man. I don't mean to interrupt you, but yeah, because I know that's going to take a whole segment. And I want your in-depth look and why we're going to go that direction and who you got supporting you. And what, there hasn't been a true event, a big event in Madera, California, I would say, since Phil Flatters. Right. And Phil Flatters, he's a little legend, man. He was running it, man. He was going back and forth, him in 559 fights.
Right.
I actually saw Phil. Where did I see Phil at? Oh, Combate in Stockton. I mean, the man's still doing good. He said, Richard, give me a call, man. I got a story to tell, man. So we'll be right back, man, and they're going to get his take on Madera having a big event. And when I say his, that's Chris Arias, the founder, the CEO of Madera Martial Arts. We'll come right back on Rich Ortiz, your host of the Fighter's Voice Knockout Radio Show.
I'm Bob Arum, and I'm with the Fighter's Voice.
My name is Andre Ward.
Knocking out the competition.
Fighter's Voice!
The Fighter's Voice.
Hi, I'm Jose Ramirez.
I'm Bob Arum.
Hi, I'm Robert Garcia, and I'm with the Fighter's Voice.
The only radio show knocking out the competition. Fighter's Voice Radio Show.
Rich Ortiz, and we're back here live, Fresno, California, Mad Production Studios, making it happen, man. And we got a great rest of the show. We're going to recap. We're going to talk about an event possibly taking place in Madera, California. But before then, I want to give a shout out. Sophia Padilla is watching the show. Hey, how you doing? Appreciate that. And my man, Tezacote. Hey, I'm sorry I chopped up your name, man. He liked the fact that I called you a pup. And he said, yeah, he loves the show. Sylvia Lopez, hey, good show. Thank you. I appreciate that. And Patty, MVP, my favorite boxing show. Patty, thank you. We're boxing and we're MMA. And anybody that wants to get in the ring or cage, that's what we do. And Patty, I think I owe you a hat. I think so, something like that, man. Because I tell you what, this lady, Patty, man, she's always subscribing. She's always giving her views and takes on the show. And I appreciate, I want to say, I want to say the fans, the followers, man, because it's people like Patty that make the show continue to go and continue to move forward, man. And there's some other ones that aren't as nice as Patty. They keep it real though. They'll let me know too. Like I'll be at the store and they'll go, dude, your show sucks, dude. How come you're not doing this? And I just kind of say, I can't hear you. I got a call right now. And I'll just walk away. Or I said, well, can you say it 10 more times and share it with everybody? So maybe they can, see why you're right. Saying what you do, but it's okay. I'm sure you get a lot of that wherever you go, man. But it's okay, man. It's like fuel, man. It keeps us going, man. Yeah. And sometimes I will listen to them. I said, okay, well, what do you suggest? I'll take those ideas. But, it's just one person. Can I pay for my groceries first? And, you can give me the rest of the information, inbox me or something.
Right.
But enough about that, man. Let's talk about that event before we went to commercial. You said you got one brewing right here.
Like I said, I always see these events all over California, all over the state.
What events are we talking about?
It's the IKF Points Kickboxing event. It's kind of like a platform for that next level. You know how we were talking about earlier, how do you know when somebody's are they ready?
Yeah.
But sometimes you have these tweeners where you don't feel like, hey, you're not quite ready to get in the ring, or you're not quite ready to get in the cage. It's kind of like a filler event.
Okay.
So They go in headgear, shin guards, and it's like it's kind of like a tournament style for kickboxing.
Okay.
People show up. I mean, people register online. They get matched up with people, and it's like a little tournament. And
it's very competitive, huh?
Yeah, me, yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Kyle? I mean, because you seem real laid back, man, but you just, a little too comfortable. You're one of them quiet monsters, huh?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
Don't talk much.
He'll be doing it.
Oh, okay, yeah, I was about to ask you. Okay.
I'll be there.
Okay. Then now, where's that going to take place at?
It's going to be in Madera, California. It's actually going to be
what I'm talking about.
It's going to be the first show in the Central Valley.
What's the date?
We're looking towards the end of September. The date's not locked in yet because of venues and all that.
Okay, you got to let me know because I know I got some September dates that are booked, but I want to try to get down there or at least try to send someone down there. Maybe Escovedo go down there.
Oh, it'd be great.
He'd love it. Go down there, get some
great.
sound bites and make that happen, man. And yeah, I got to go check that out, man. In my backyard.
Cole's another one, man, where I remember back in the day walking into him when he was training for a fight.
Yeah.
And that guy, I was just like, whoa. Again, the same reaction I had with LeVar, man. I would not want to be behind one of those kicks.
No, Cole's a beast. I'll tell you how I met Cole. I was doing an event in San Diego. I was ring announcing in San Diego. And they said, okay, you're going to pull double duty. You're going to ring announce and you're going to go commentate with this guy right here. I didn't know who Cole was. Now, had I known who he was, a UFC vet, I probably wouldn't have spoke freely as I would talk. I'm kind of like, okay, am I going to say it right? I just spoke freely, man, and we just kind of clicked together. We talked more, and then I did another event for them. I'm not sure. Oh, Tachi. No, not Tachi. Chichansi.
Right.
Yeah, I did. And Cole's there. We commentated again, and we just kind of clicked. So I started thinking then, man, if I ever get a radio show or something, this is the first dude I call. So long story short, man, I started looking him up, man. Yeah, Cole's a bad dude, man. Very humble, too. He used to be a bodyguard, too, and a bouncer. You see this guy's about, 145, 160, 150 maybe? But, yeah, when he breaks your arm in two, not just in half, but in two, yeah, he takes care of himself. And actually, Cole's tearing it up right now. He's at work on the gambling table, making it happen. He runs what's the place he runs, man? What does he run? What's it called? I got to give him a plug, KP. Club One Casino. Go see Cole Escovedo. He's the one kicking back in the pinstripe tuxedo. We always give each other a hard time, man, and just, mess around on the show. We have a good time, and we talk about some things that need to be talked about, man. And, Fresno's really, really doing well. And Madera, too, I'm glad they're going to have that show, man. Do we know the time frame or admission or anything? How many matches, anything?
It's a tournament style based thing, so like people come in, they register, and then
in the morning. Is there a weigh-in?
There'll be a weigh-in.
Okay.
I'm trying to set up a seminar that for all the people to register, even make it that much more. Even make it that much more bang for their buck type of thing. But I'm still working on all that. But if people out there own a gym or they participate in kickboxing. I think this is a great event because before you had...
My man Joel's watching. What's up, Joe? Joe, I'm not negotiating that weight for you next time. I'm going to negotiate when you fight at 170. What's Joel's weight? 155, huh?
He's trying to go 45.
Yeah, well, no, we're going to make sure he goes 180s, man. we got to move him up.
He's like 190 right now.
He can go eat some pizza, some carne asada, and we're going to have him move up with the big boys. I'm just giving you a hard time, Joe. It's all business, man. I wish you well. And when I see you August 2nd, man, you best believe I'll be rooting for you, my man.
He's another great kid.
I was talking to somebody about him 2 days ago, and I said, I don't know what it is about him, but there's something special about him. I don't know what it is.
Dude, I'm telling you.
I want to see how he reacts when he gets hit, though, flush. But he's been able to avoid that. He really has.
Try sparring with him, man. It's not fun.
No, I'm not trying to say, he can't lace him up. I just,
No, that's what I'm saying. It's hard to touch him.
Yeah, everybody's a little different once they get hit. You just kind of, I just want to see how he reacts,
It's hard to touch him.
So, is he going to stay here? Is he going to move training camps? Preparing for that next level?
My goal...
I asked the hard question.
No. My goal for Joel is the best version of Joel. Like, I tell him this all the time. Whatever happens with him, I wish him to go out to one of those great one of those big camps. It'll be great if we could do it here, but I'm real. He needs to be in there with guys his level or better.
Go roll with Joe Soto or somebody, man.
Yeah.
I mean, if he was mine, if I managed or trained him, and like I said, I'm far from it, but I always advise these guys. I was talking to one of the Navarro brothers. I said, who'd you roll with? Bro, you can't roll with your compa to get better, bro. Go roll with freaking, get a hold of Cole ahead of time. Go roll with Soto. I took him to Soto's training camp before, and Soto liked him.
Yeah,
he invited him back.
We're not afraid. Like, I'm not afraid. I'm not saying we.
And I'm not saying anything about you, Pepe. You posted something today, man. When you get ready to fight, I got your back, man. I'm looking forward to that. What you did for me was very special, and it can never be erased from my life. So I appreciate that. And you know exactly what I'm talking about.
And he's always welcome. Just tell him.
I heard Jimmy's turning pro in boxing. Have you heard anything about that?
No, I have no. I don't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
man, I'm just hearing things, man. But nobody wants to contact me anymore.
No, I don't know.
I get more contacts from outside than my hometown from Madero or Fresno. I'm telling you.
I
really do.
try to keep in touch.
Oh well, yeah, you do. But what I'm talking about is for the show and yeah. But it's okay, man. It's okay. I'll take it as it comes. It comes my way, and I like to adapt and to adjust, man. So Madera, California, it's going to take place at your gym?
No, I'm trying to. It's looking to be a really big event. I mean, if you guys look up the IKF Points Kickboxing on Facebook, you guys see how big those events get.
Okay. Well, make sure you tag me on that so I can share it. Now, is there different fights going on all at once? Or are you going to go just one at a time?
No, there'll probably be two going on at a time, but it gets pretty big. It gets pretty packed in there. I mean, I think they just had a show.
Will you ever have that where it's just one match?
Or like ring style?
No, okay, this is the last fight. Or everybody, this is the championship match in this weight, this weight, and this weight, and this weight.
I'm still trying to. I have something planned, but it has to get finalized.
Okay.
But what I want to do is I want to get gym versus gym for a title. Like they give out.
What I'm saying, dude, is when you finally have one match, okay? Because I'm not a ventriloquist.
Right.
I'll go in there and rock the mic for you, but you got to have a good PA system, my man. I'm serious. I can't use karaoke feedback and stuff, man. But I'll go there and rock it for you, man.
Yeah,
okay?
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, we'll go there and we'll do some things, man. And you could pay me in some pizza and that drink where you put lemon and salt.
If you're free, man, if you're free,
I'm not free. I'm available. I can make myself available.
If you're available,
we're homies, but we're not free, homeboy.
No. If you're available, I mean, we'll talk. Because,
definitely. We'll make it happen. We'll make it happen where it's reasonable. I like to get back to my own backyard, man.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah, it will be fun. I got to make it happen. And we'll come back and say, Daniel LaRusso's going to fight? Right? And homeboy be yelling, sweep the leg?
Sweep the leg.
That's okay. Hey, dude, I'm all caught up in that. Can we go all the way through, KP?
Yeah.
Okay, and what do I got 3 or 3.5 or 4?
3.
Okay, I got 3.
3.5. Okay,
thank you. Hey, bro, Cobra Kai or Mr. Miyagi, man? Or what's the other one called, bro? Who you down with?
I watched.
Bro, you didn't even watch any of that, bro.
No, I've seen the Karate Kid.
No, but the new version of it.
I have not seen it.
Bro, Johnny's a gangster, man.
Everybody keeps on saying it's a good show.
Man, it is a good show. It's a very good show. I can't wait till season 3. Well, what season am I on?
I think it's 2.
I'm late, man. I'm late because you get that free one and then they bait you in, and you're trying to watch number 2, but it just shows like the trailer. No, I'm trying to break it in there.
People are telling me to buy the subscription just for that show, and I'm like, dang, it's tempting.
Man, I need to, man.
It's tempting now.
I need to, because I used to like Daniel LaRusso, man, but it's all about Johnny right now. It's a Cobra Kai's only.
Cobra Kai.
All day long.
No mercy.
No mercy, man. What, Sensei? Yes, make it all happen. I mean, who says we can't have fun on the show, man? Especially, we do what you want, man. But, hey, it's okay to have fun. It's okay to smile, man. But I do want to see you back in the ring, cage, or the mat that we talked about. I look forward to it. He'll be competing on this, too. How many students we have competing?
Total?
Yeah, no. That day, what would you like to have on the mat representing Madera Martial Arts?
On the cage or what?
No, that day we're talking about that event you put together.
Oh, the event?
Yes.
Oh, I want all my,
what about Jose? Does he?
Oh, he doesn't do kickboxing.
Okay.
But I would like all my students to at least test themselves.
When I say Jose, just give him a shout out. Jose what?
Jose Barraza.
Yeah, he should be all into soccer, man.
Yeah, so, I mean, I think that's where we get our loud voices from, is from yelling.
Oh, yeah, okay. No, I heard that.
Yeah. That's where I came from, too. I came from coaching soccer, too.
Oh, yeah? Oh, well, bro, this story isn't long enough.
I know you have, too.
Oh, my gosh, yeah. Yeah, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a whole different freaking segment, man. That person, yeah, exactly. But let's talk about this. Check this out. I get the call about an hour. 559 fight started at what, 6?
I think so.
Okay, it's like 5:30. I'm chilling, bro. And he calls me, man, and says, "Can you show up?" So in 20 minutes, I show up, man. Just boom with my tux and everything. No, almost it happened. I'm giving Jeremy a hard time, man. But I said, okay, I need the names, I need the sponsors, I need everything. Boom, it was right there. So I showed up, and he made it happen, man. And I always have cough drops with me. In the last, but the last 4 fights, my voice was giving. It was done. But I knew I had to give it my all, man, because I wanted to show that crowd. Because Joey does a great job, fantastic job. I've always been a fan of Joey's, and I told him, man, I really like the way you work, the way you rock that mic. But I wanted to do that and not disrespect what they have going, but I also wanted to take the opportunity and give them a little bit of my flavor, man. And that was a good crowd, man.
Yeah, it was a fun night.
Too bad there was a fight out in the crowd, though.
I saw that.
There was?
Wow, that's good, because you didn't even know you were fighting, huh? And the fights kept going. They didn't even care. I mean, the fighters inside the cage, but you know what? They took care of it. Security did a great job. We calmed it down. Paramedics took care of what they needed to take care of, and it all worked out, man.
No, Jeremy puts on one of the best shows.
Jeremy puts on a good show.
No, one of the best shows.
No, and when you see him, you don't know how to read him. I'm like, dude, what's your problem? But then he'll give you a hug and start crying on you. You know what I mean? But I like that dude, Jeremy. He's solid. I just don't know how to take him sometimes.
When you go to other shows, I've been to some professional shows, and he makes them look bad.
Oh, okay.
I've been to some professional shows. I'm just like, whoa.
Yeah, no, he knows how to put it together, man. I mean, he has a great team, a great staff and everything right here. And you know what? We got to wind it down, man. Tomorrow, join us. Andy Reese is going to be calling in all the way from New York City, man. 3 o'clock his time, 6 o'clock our time, trying to get his trainer as well on the show. And then we got my man, what's the guy? Gosh, Enoch. And I got some footage, some content, and we're going to be breaking it down, man. That's the Fighter's Voice Kick-Ass Podcast. Because there's a difference. You got the Knockout Radio Show that your kids can hear. Then you got the Fighter's Voice Kick-Ass Podcast that your homies can hear in the garage after tilting them back a little bit. As always, I want to thank our guest, Chris. Thank you for coming on the show. I appreciate that. Next time, it's okay to bring me a shirt, homie.
I got you.
And my man, Mr. Mask. I called you Musk Cologne last time because they misspelled your name, but I got your name, Kyle Mask. And give your homeboy, your cousin, a shout-out, T. You know what I mean?
Yep. Shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out my cousin Taryn, the Cutthroat Codeine.
Cutthroat Codeine. Yeah, you dude, man. Yeah, we take care of our own, man. And as always, I dedicate every sound that comes out of my mouth. I dedicate every show to my son. Te quiero mucho, mijo. I love you with all my heart, Richie. It's a wrap. Thumbs up for Richie.
Never down for the count. It's just another wrap. Thanks for listening to the Fighter's Voice Radio Show. Catch us again next week. Same when, same how. And always stay connected to the Fighter's Voice on social media. So, on behalf of Richard Ortiz, Cole Escovedo, our special guests, and the whole crew right here at the Fighter's Voice Radio Show, saying see ya next week, right here on the Fighter's Voice.